Hello, we're going to have information at the beginning of this video, and it's just to cover our newborn medications, and I just want to be a disclaimer that will be on the screen. Now we have that out of the way, let's get into the video.
I passed D439 Foundations of Nursing exit exam. I am done with the first pre-nursing term at WGU, guys. I am officially waiting to start and transfer, so program transfer into WGU nursing term. Woo! So exciting. I am excited, guys. So I'm not gonna make this video long. I'm gonna give you the skinny. I started the course December 29th at 12:48 a.m. That day, I started the EAQs. I finished the EAQs January 12th, 2026, obviously, at 3:05 a.m. The course, let me just explain the EAQs. This is probably the most EAQs in the pre-nursing term you will ever have to do in Foundations of Nursing. Because, just give you an example. In your CI letter, as I said in my pharmacology video, you have to wait on that CI letter because in the CI letter, it specifies which chapters you need to do. I wouldn't start off and say, oh, I'm just going to start at chapter 1. No, the CI letter that I had started off in chapter 6. So that's why I specified in that video, wait till you receive your CI letter because it tells you which chapter you need to start with. It also tells you either you need to go to novice, intermediate, or proficient. And if you have to go to proficient, it'll actually specify, do they want you to go to 80? Do they want you to go to 90? What scores, if a minimum score is required? Some instructors made students go to 80. Some instructors did not care. It just had a blank percentage, but they had to get to proficient. Let me explain some of the chapters within the nursing, foundation of nursing. The chapters, let's say I'm assigned to, 6, all these different chapters, right? But let's just say chapter 41 was described or prescribed to me, or well, you know what I'm trying to say, assigned to me. That's what I'm trying to say. Chapter 41. It would be chapter 41. I'm just going to say sleep and rest. Sleep and rest. Chapter 41, sleep and rest, clinical skills. Chapter 41, sleep and rest, nursing process. That's 3 different sets of EAQs for chapter 41, all related to nursing, sleep and rest, but it was 3 different sets. So you would have to get to proficient for chapter 41, sleep and rest, chapter 41, skills and process related to sleep and rest, chapter 41, nursing process, skill related to sleep and rest. And not only proficient, but then the 80% as well. So just imagine doing that for 35 chapters. I'm exaggerating, but yeah, I'm just saying that is a lot. So it's way more than pharmacology and med dosage, way more than nutrition. That is part A of how I started D439. So once I got done with that, so as of January 12th, because that was 3 a.m. in the morning. So as of January 12th, from January 12th to today, January 25th, the time I'm recording this video, I have been studying for Foundations of Nursing. So I would say, what's that, about 12 days? I put myself on a 12-day plan. I use primarily Nurse in the Making. Simple nursing, Nurse in the Making for acronyms, Nurse Well Versed. I will give it to her. Nurse Well Versed Foundations of Nursing book was very good. It had a lot of acronyms I was able to pull from. As I was getting down to the questions, Saunders was really good. Saunders, the 9th edition. NCLEX, very good. That was one of the great ones to test. Why it was good? Because of the dosage cow. I use that to practice my dosage cow. My top one for questions, because nursing school is all about practice questions, is my number one that I actually did a side video on, which is our HESI go-to. It's the HESI NCLEX RN Review Study Guide. Why not? That's who makes the test, right? So my HESI NCLEX purple book that I did the review on, definitely my critical judgment and test strategies. And the reason why is because of priorities. I will say there's 2 pre-recordings that the instructor actually told me I made sure I needed to review. Top 1, priorities, and the select all that apply. But the priorities, those tips are golden. Like, I think taking those tips and using them throughout the rest of nursing school will probably be the best thing you can do. So the priorities cohort pre-recording would be one I would tell you to definitely hone in on. And then the select all that apply are great tips because it's just teaching you how to use those type of test taking skills. Outside of that, guys, that's it. But for Foundations, HESI book, purple book, will wait for February because the new one is coming out. Because guys, all these study guides and everything on Facebook, that's for your old. If you have just started even pre-nursing or the nursing term coming up, as of January, all of this is going to be on the new HESI. So all these HESIs that's about to come up, go ahead and just go get that HESI book, the new book that's coming out, the 8th edition, because that's who's making the book. I mean, some of those questions, I can tell you, even going back through pharmacology to refresh my mind for preparing for nutrition, for fundamentals, some of those questions were in the quiz bank, the question bank. They were on there. They were in the question bank, like doing the 100 and some questions from the HESI comprehensive study guide, the question bank. They're on there. So I'm telling you, like, trying to get this person and this person study guide in their Quizlets. Why, when you could just get the study guide that who makes the test, HESI, that's your go-to. I guarantee you, I actually saw them like, wait, this was on my OA right there. NGN, oh my God, NGN, it may not be the same like 54-year-old or 74-year-old, but the general concept, they're on there. In that question bank, HESI purple book and green book, and now about to be, what is that, like orangey reddish book? So I'm giving you the skinny. I hope this helped. What's coming up? Things are coming up now that I have some free time until April. I'm interviewing, I'm calling her the queen of pre-nursing at WGU. Didn't take her 2.5 years. It took her 90 days, literally, to pass 13 classes to get ready for her nursing term. She's about to start February 1st in her first nursing term. Well, of course, the second term of WGU. And I'm interviewing her. She's going to be here with you guys. And so be on the lookout for that. And then also, even another amazing person, he actually completed his nursing term, the same 4 courses I've taken. He brought in everything else. He actually did that in less than 40 days, guys. Absolutely amazing. And both of these individuals, just like us, they have other obligations. They work full time, just families, balancing families, all of these things. And I can't wait to interview them. You can send me your questions for both of them. And this is not about a competition. It's not about comparison. It's about providing you examples and situations on how you can do the same thing. This is ordinary people just trying to share their stories so they can help you be successful and hopefully do the same thing. So be on the lookout for that. The queen, I'm calling her the queen of pre-nursing. She will, we're going to have the interview at the end of this month. And then, the individual that actually, completed the pre-nursing, courses in, less than 40 days, I'm going to try to interview him like mid-February, to late February. And so I will be, putting their name on the screen here. Be on the lookout. Also, TikTok is doing some crazy things. And so I'm going to ask all of you, thank you so much for being supportive. You will probably be my biggest fan group. And so I'm going to pick up all of my videos and everything, that I already have on my blog. I'm going to move them to Instagram. And so I want all of you guys to come over to Instagram. I'm going to do a raffle or drawing for you all. I have some things to give away. I have a rec med book that I want to give out to you guys. I have a couple other things I want to give out to you guys because you've been very supportive, sharing information with each other. And I want to make sure that camaraderie still stay up. And like I said, you all have been the biggest supporters of helping each other out. And TikTok have changed their privacy where they want to own our videos and just kind of like do a whole bunch of things that I'm not trying to get money on here, but they also shouldn't be using my information to sell on TikTok. So, because they're changing their policy, I'd rather just kind of pick up and move on. So, hopefully you go ahead and follow me over to Instagram because I'll just dedicate everything to WGU and nursing over in Instagram like I've done here on TikTok. All right. I hope this has been helpful. Again, I'm gonna drop the names and like I said, the end of the month, January 31st. We should have the interview for the queen of pre-nursing, and then the other individual we'll go ahead and have his interview mid-February. I'll have more announcements on his interview. Thanks so much. Until next time, be blessed, stay safe. Oh my gosh, you can do it since I did it. Have a good one. As a bonus footage, I wanted to go ahead and share before and after pictures for preparing for the proctor exam. So this is a snapshot of my desk before the proctor exam. As you can see, I have my iMac, and then I have my MacBook. I have it raised, and I have my phone on my desk with a stand, and just this is how my desk look prior to having an exam. And this is another angle. You see, I have my iPad stand. I have my calendar on the wall. You can see, several things on my bookshelf in the back. And then you can also see my mirror, which I'm gonna give you a better angle here. Just a second. Also, you can see a better angle of my calendar and things I have in the back of my bookshelf. So I also used to have a actual whiteboard on the wall. So if you do have a whiteboard that's behind you, you definitely want to make sure you take that down or at least erase it. But you see a better angle of my mirror that I have across from my desk. So this is the day of the exam. As you could see, I had to cover my monitor of my iMac. I had to remove the keyboard of the iMac. I had to remove my stand for my MacBook. I had to remove the stand for both MacBook and the iPad, remove the iPad, add, of course, the camera for the external camera for WGU Proctor. Um, Remove everything else. Of course, as you can see, this is a better angle. You notice my mirror is turned around. So that's the back of my mirror. So you have to do that. You see, I have a cover. You can see my cover better. You also see my, I have like a little portfolio. Actual whiteboard. So that's what you see there. You see a little case where I have my ID in and my camera. And I'm going to show you a better angle of my camera of what they can see. That's how they like your camera to be angled. We can have a clear water, as long as it's clear and doesn't have writing on it, you can have water on your desk. You see how my calendar is closed up. That's another thing that they want you to do. You can have lighting, like a lamp on your desk or behind you, but as long as anything that's on your wall around by your desk, you must have it uh, turned around or covered. Um, you can have your what is that? Your calendar. I'm sorry, your calculator on your desk. But this is a actual visual of what they like to see and how you should be angled on the camera, that the external camera that they want to see. So the entire time that you're taking the test, this is how you should look. All right. I hope this is helpful. Thanks for staying around to see the bonus footage. Until next time, be blessed, stay safe. Please stay safe in this treacherous weather we're having across the nation.